COVID-19 cases in the UK and France are rising at an unprecedented pace. The surge has been triggered by the spread of the highly infectious Omicron variant. Now, UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson has given a Christmas Eve message. He strongly urged people to get vaccinated as a wonderful gift to the nation. His statement comes at a time when COVID-19 cases are on the rise in the UK.
We've been getting that vaccination that protects us and stops us infecting others. And I hope I can be forgiven for taking pride in the immense spirit of neighbourliness that the people of this country have shown. Getting jabbed, not just for themselves, for ourselves, but for friends and family and everyone we meet. And that, after all, is the teaching of Jesus Christ, whose birth is at the heart of this enormous festival, that we should love our neighbours as we love ourselves. And so let's think of all those who are being good neighbours and thinking of others.
Johnson rejected harsher COVID restrictions during Christmas. He focused on a drive to offer booster jabs to all adults by the end of the year. Last year, Johnson had imposed a stay-at-home order in some regions. This time around, he opted not to tighten rules. On Thursday, the UK once again reported record daily COVID-19 infections. The surge has been fueled by the Omicron variant. More than 119,000 cases have been recorded in the last 24 hours. Hospitalization is also on the rise. However, it is lower than what was witnessed during the previous COVID wave. France, too, is witnessing a record number of COVID-19 cases. On Thursday, France recorded 91,000 new cases. Now, the country is currently battling its fifth wave of the COVID-19 outbreak. French President Emmanuel Macron has urged citizens to be extra careful during the holiday season. The country's scientific advisory body has warned that the country could see hundreds of thousands of infections per day.
Bonjour à tous. Je vous retrouve en cette veille de Noël avec quelques petits messages à partager. En effet, ce sont des moments de retrouvailles, de gaieté, d'insouciance, de partage en famille ou entre amis. Mais cette année, une fois encore, à cause du virus, je vous demanderai d'avoir beaucoup de vigilance pendant ces fêtes. Alors la vigilance, c'est évidemment de continuer à avoir nos gestes barrières contre le virus, le masque, se laver régulièrement les mains, tenir les distances, aérer régulièrement les pièces où nous sommes. Dès qu'il y a des symptômes, nous isoler et nous tester. C'est, même si vous êtes vacciné, de vous tester vous-même ou d'aller vous faire tester pour être sûr que vous n'êtes pas porteur du virus avant de retrouver vos proches, en particulier quand ils sont plus âgés.
WION correspondent Ollie Barrett is live with us from London for more on this story. Thanks for being with us, Ollie. Now, several European nations have imposed strict curbs as the holiday season begins, including Italy, Greece, Spain, all have brought back mask mandates. What is the situation like on the ground?
Well, in many European countries, there's a great deal of anxiety about how the Christmas period will play out. There are countries that are bringing in tougher restrictions, as you mentioned, in the face of record COVID case numbers. Some countries are resisting tougher measures at this point. France is saying, for example, that it will not be bringing in lockdown measures. It doesn't think that that is the way to respond here. But we are seeing restrictions being toughened in countries such as Spain with more outdoor mask mandates. We're seeing Belgium closing cinemas and theatres. In Italy, the unvaccinated are being barred from public spaces. Outdoor New Year's Eve celebrations are being banned as well. Here in the UK, the English government not moving ahead with tougher restrictions for now, but we are seeing stricter measures being brought in after Christmas in Wales and in Scotland and in Northern Ireland. So you can see that there is a piecemeal reaction really from European governments trying to work out the best response to preserve as much of the Christmas festivities as possible, but also to try and slow the spread of the Omicron variant.
Right now, the UK is reporting record number of cases on a daily basis. Similarly, France has also reported over 90,000 cases just yesterday. How is the health system coping with the strain? Are we seeing this translate into more hospitalizations?
I think it's fair to say that there are different responses and different reactions that we're seeing in different health systems in Europe. There is some suggestion that the French health system is under significant strain. Here in the UK, absolutely, the National Health Service is finding it difficult, not at the point yet that you would say that it is overwhelmed, not anywhere near the point yet that you would suggest that we are seeing hospitalizations at the rate of previous peaks of the COVID-19 outbreak. That said, the threat is very much there. Now, there has been good news over the last 48 hours or so. 2 studies here in the UK and analysis from the UK Health Security Agency showing that the Omicron variant is milder in real-world situations here in the UK than previous variants that we've seen during the COVID-19 pandemic. That will mean fewer hospitalizations per case. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean, though, that the health systems in Europe are going to be out of the woods, because we are seeing that extra transmissibility from Omicron. So the real threat at this point is seeing huge numbers of hospitalizations all in one go, even if overall they are at a lower rate than previous variants of the COVID-19 virus have led to. The other difficulty that's being really faced acutely here in the UK is that there are a great number of staff members in the National Health Service off work with COVID-19 in isolation and not able to treat patients in the health service. So add the extra hospitalizations to a lack of staff and we may well see some difficult weeks ahead. But as I say, there is that glimmer of optimism now that we are seeing study after study after study, and with a specific relation to the UK now as well, showing that Omicron is going to be, it seems, a milder variant than we've seen previously. That doesn't mean no danger. It doesn't mean we're not going to see hospitalizations rising, but it is probably meaning that, for example, here in England, we may well actually see no further restrictions after Christmas, although that is very much still under review.
Right, Ollie, thank you very much for bringing us all the latest on the COVID situation out of the EU.
WION, now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.